Hello gang, Merlin Don on the mic, bustercall-tcg.com. Today we will talk about the regionals which happened this weekend in Osaka. So we have in Japan a tournament, and we also had a really big tournament in Germany, in Bielefeld, in which also I personally took part of, but didn't manage to do much, so you will not see myself in the best list. But what we will do today is we will check the best leaders, the best deck lists, and what exactly happened in these regionals. So without any further ado, we type down bustercall-tcg.com, so we come here into this page, or if you want to, you can go to the description below and just click on the URL. So we'll go to the explore tools. Here we have a bunch of tools. I will not talk about them. You can check the other videos of mine and see what each tool does. Of course, the highlight is the TCG simulator. You can try it out, play with your friends, and we will try to populate the server as we go. And let's hope that this will also become a really nice project with your help, of course. And we do have an AI opponent which is trained in the data that we provide him. That means that the more that we play, the better that this AI opponent will become. Then we will have like some sort of levels of AI opponents to deal with. Okay, so here you can find, of course, the tournament reports for the reports of any recent tournaments happened in the whole world. Of course, you can check it out here and select the region that you want to, or just select all, and you have all the regions. I didn't include the previous OP versions because, or the OP sets, because I started the project now in OP16, and we will move forward from these sets and on to the next sets, right? So you have here the tournaments and of course the single decks. And if you want to search for a specific tournament, you have also a search bar here. So if I search the Bielefeld, so I go here, I type Biel, and I find it. If it's down on the list here, so I will find it that way. If I want, for example, the Sang, I just type Sang, or just Sun, and the system will find it for me. But enough talking, let's see the meta, the leader meta. So as we can see, this OP16 meta is starting to take a shape. Okay, sorry, someone was at the door. Okay, so where we were. Exactly. So this meta is starting to take a shape, right? So we can see here Nami and Monkey D. Luffy are the best performing decks, and followed by Enel. So these three are without any doubt the best decks in the format. You can see that they have top performings in all the big tournaments here. So we can see also other leaders like Marshall Ditich and Rosinante, who we do see often in the top cut, but these three are the meta winners currently. And of course we have also some Lucy presence, some Yamato presence, even the new starter deck, the Luffy and Ace, Boa Hancock, Mihawk, Calgara, and also the Red Ace, which is a deck that many people thought that it's like useless the day it came out, right? But this deck proved them also wrong. But back to the top decks, like I said, the top leaders of this meta, so the top three leaders, or the triangle, is like Nami, Green Blue Luffy, and Enel. If we see the single deck lists from the local stores and everything that we find online, we can see there that the best deck, the deck that dominates everything, is the Green Blue Luffy currently, and with a 15% of the pie. Then we have, of course, Marshall Ditich and Enel following, Rosinante, and then comes Nami. So we see Nami performs better in bigger tournaments, but in the locals, people prefer to bring other leaders as well. So you can see here also we have a lot of presence of the red, purple Luffy as well, and Shanks as well, right? Okay, so back to the tournaments. We will talk about the Osaka tournament today, the Bielefeld Treasure Cup and the Bielefeld Regionals. Let's start with Osaka. So we have the Osaka first season championship, which was won from a green blue Luffy, Gabusoda. I hope that I pronounce your name well. And as we can see here in the top cut leaders, we have like almost 30% Enel players, 30% Nami players, 15% Monkey D. Luffy, and then we have a Rosie and a Tits. And these are the best lists that dominated in this tournament. So let's see the winner list here. We will go instantly to the deck builder, and you can also, when you import a list here, you can either edit this list and save it as a new deck, or you can just set the name here and then you save this list, and you can play with the same list in the simulator as well. So this was the whole idea of this project, to have everything in one place. It's much easier for everyone. But back to the list, we have the green blue Luffy here, and we don't see anything out of the ordinary here, except maybe we see here one of these events. So it's the event that rests either Dawn or opponent characters that we saw in the previous formats, played from Mihawk players and also from green yellow low players, for example, and also from Bony players. We play the I Know You're Strong once, and the restand event 3 times. Restand event 3 times. So that means that the main goal of this deck, when you play this list, is to try somehow and restand your characters using the restand event. And if you don't achieve that, and you let's say try your plan B, then you do have an event which is not a dead card in your hand, because you can use it as counter as well. But other than that, we play 2 Brooks for the restand and also the rest effect, 3 Boas, 8 copies from the Prisoner of Impel Down, and other than that, it's pretty much like almost in every list, except that we play 1 Zimbi and 1 Mr. 3 Galdino, but the 2 cost actually. Okay, so let's go back to where we were. Let's see the Enel list, Tatsu. So this is the Enel list. We will head to the deck builder, and we don't see anything out of the ordinary. It's just yet another Enel list. The only thing that might surprise you is that this player plays twice the blocker Enel as well. So not only the secret Enel, but also the blocker Enel. And he sacrifices some zero cost event in order to play that. We do play 1 copy of Frankie and 4 copies of the small 1 cost characters. Let's see now the Rosie list. The Rosie list is it's pretty interesting if you ask me, because we play of course these cards are like almost mandatory in every Rosinante list. But we do play 3 Drakes for the rest effect of Drake, and also, of course, it's a 2k, it's not a dead card, and it's also a searchable 2k from your searchers. We don't play any Churu, but we play 2 Gum Gum Lightning, which is extremely strong, in this deck, and also 3 Slow Beam Sword, which is insane against Nami and Tits. Okay, let's go back and see the Nami list now. So we do have the Nami list. The Nami list is like, well, a Nami list. It's nothing special here. So we play 3 Titsis, 4 Morias, and other than that, it's pretty much like almost every Nami list out there. We do play 2 new gates. There are lists without any new gates, and there are lists with 4 new gates, but we play 2 new gates in this list. And then we have 1 Tits. Let's check the Tits list out. And here we have some spies, guys. So here we have some spies, and these spies from this particular list is the Zombie Luffy. So we do play 2 copies of this Zombie Luffy. Let's see what this Zombie Luffy does. So it says that if you have 10 or more cards in your trash, and we do manage to get some cards in our trash, especially if we play this event, the My Era Begins, right? And it says that if you have 10 or more in your trash, this character's base power becomes 9k, and the character gains plus 10 cost. So you have a 17 cost character in your field with a 9k base power. So it's like a really nice attacker, right? And can be removed that easily. And then it says if you have 20 or more cards in your trash, which is also possible in this deck, because we do redirect and we kill our characters, so we sacrifice our characters, we draw cards, we trash cards for effects. It says that if you have 20 or more cards in your trash, your leader's base power becomes 7k during your opponent's turn. So on your opponent's turn, your leader is always 7k. And then we have also, if you have 30 or more cards in your trash, this character gains plus 1k power. So you have like a 10k zombie on your field. It's not bad, and somehow it worked for this guy. So cheers for this list. Other than that, okay, we play 4 Baby 5 for the trigger mainly and the 2k. We don't play any Viper or the 6 cost event, but we do play Wolf. And we play 1 Black Vortex, which brings back from the trash any card that we need with a trigger. Yeah. So this was Osaka. So if you ask me, Osaka was like pretty interesting, and also the results were pretty interesting. And we see here the pie and how, like I said before, how the meta evolves, right? So now we will go back to the tournaments and we will see the Bielefeld Regionals. We will start with the, let's start with the Treasure Cup. Let's start with the Treasure Cup, which had like 500 guys, ladies, and another crazy thing was that the two really great players, which also are like good friends, and they both of them come from Croatia. They won. One of them won the Treasure Cup, and the other won the main event. So cheers on them, both of them crazy good players, Ralzo and of course Luca. So here, what happened? We can see in the Treasure Cup, guys, we have only almost 40% green-blue Luffys. I will repeat myself, almost 40%. So this leader seems to be unstoppable. Then we have on the second place Rosinante with also a 25%. So the guys who lost from in the main event and headed to the Treasure Cup, I think they mainly played these two leaders, so it's crazy. Then we have Yamato 13%, which is also like a surprise, right? Then we have with the same percentage Tits and Boa Hancock as well. So let's say the winning list. So the winning list, some guys in X or Twitter, they said it's like, oh, it's almost like a meme, because we do play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 events, only one time each event, and it was like, okay, where is consistency? Where is the consistency in this deck? Well, I mean, they won with this deck list, right? So it doesn't matter if you have your main characters here. So this is your bread and butter, as you can see here. So you need 1 Brook, you need 8 to 9 prisoners, you need at least 2 boas, and you can see here, of course, the other characters. So if you have that, then the rest is like, play whatever you want, and this worked for these guys. So let's see the events. We play 1 Gravity Blade, which is great against Tits, for example. Also against Nami and against other decks as well. We play 1 Gum Gum Jet Calverine from OP11. It says main, 3 dons. Place up to one of your opponent characters with a cost 4 or less at the bottom of the owner's deck. So, in bottom decks, for example, well, many characters with cost 4 or less. Base cost. Base cost means it doesn't matter what your leader does. So this card, for example, it's bottom decks also purchase, right? So we play 2 of the recent events. We play 1 of the rest event. We play 1 Gum Gum Champion Rifle, which is also a great card because it says that so you get some plus power, and then your opponent is forced to return one of their active characters to the owner's hand. And if your opponent has like one or 2 characters and none of them is like a small one, he's forced to take this character back to his hand. And then we play the Gum Gum Rain, which is a counter, a 0 cost counter. You trust 1 card and you get plus 3k power, because as you can see here in the statistics, we do play 17 cards without any counter. So, well, why not? We can play this card as well. Yeah, so this was the winning list. Let's go. I will ignore the second Luffy, but we can see the list like here, right? So nothing special here. We play 2 Gravity Blades, 3 recent events, and then we invest the rest of our cards in the main deck list, right? Then let's see the Rosy list. So this Rosinante list has the Gum Gum Lightning, does not have the Slow Beam, which we saw before, has 2 Divine Departure instead of 1, and plays also, guys, 1 Law. This is the Rush Law, which you can also activate the main ability after you play it, and you trust 1 card from your hand, you trust this character, you add 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life card, so you heal yourself, and then you play 1 Law with a cost 7 or less from your hand. We do have like many laws which we can play. Other than that, like a normal list. So let's see the Yamato. Let's see the Yamato that managed to go and reach this place here, which is great for a Yamato. So we play 1 Navy event with a Garp. So the Garp event, which was played from Emu players as well. We played 2 Ground Death events, and other than that, it's like almost like every Yamato list except these 2 cards, guys. So we play 2 Morgans. This Morgan is a blocker with 1k counter, and it recycles. It recycles 2 cards from your hand. So if you miss some cards, either in your trust or in your hand, you play your Morgan, and the chance is there to get them. And we also have the Monkey D. Luffy rare, which is a 2k, and it gives unblockable to one of your black Land of Wano type characters. So doesn't matter if you have like the unblockable Yamato on the field, you can also give unblockable to any other Land of Wano type character which you have on your field. So crazy card as well. And the 2k, so why not? And from events, like I said, we play Garp, we play the Ground Death, and we also play 3 times the event, which allows you to cheat out a 6 cost Yamato or to use it defensively as well. So let's see the Teach player, and then we will close, of course, with Bua and this event, this Treasure Cup. So the Teach player plays 3 Rayleighs. Yes, you heard well, he plays 3 Rayleighs. That's the spice in this deck. So what Rayleigh does is, if you have 3 or less life cards, which as Teach player you have it like almost always, right? you can KO one of your opponent's characters with 7k base power or less. I repeat, base power. So we can hit really many cards in this game. And another thing is that this card has also a crazy on-play effect. And the on-play effect, trigger. And the trigger is that it allows you to activate the on-play effect of this card if you get and hit this trigger. So it's an okay card to have in your deck list. And I mean, for this player, it worked out as he reached the 6th place in this tournament. So then we play 3 times the 8 cost event, we play 1 You Frighten Me, which freezes a card, we play 4 Lafitte to search, we play 4 Lilith to search, so many searches in this deck, we play 1 Black Vortex, we don't play any birches, and this is why we don't play any This Is My Era Begins as well, or any states. I don't know if I agree with no states at all. Well, I mean, if you see here, we do play a couple of cards which are not Blackbeard Pirates. So we do play here, you can see it in the statistics on the right side, we play only 33 cards from the 50. Only 33 are like Blackbeard cards. So yeah, still more than the half of your deck, but anyway, it's not that much. Maybe that's why. So I do partially understand it. So let's see, Vladimir with Boa. This is the Boa list. We don't have anything out of the ordinary except the 0 cost event. So there are no that many Boas that play the 0 cost event, but anyway, this one plays that. Other than that, pretty much like every Boa list out there, but this guy managed to go to the top 8 in the treasure camp in the Bielefeld. So, and then let's close the video with the Bielefeld main event. And in the main event we have almost 40%, and I will repeat again in this event as well, almost 40% green blue Luffys. And then at the second place, oh sorry, I'm an idiot. I will go to the main event. So this is the main event, but it's a lot crazier. It's not like 40%. It's like 44% of the top 32. I repeat, top 32. Almost 44% green blue Luffy. So this deck dominates the meta. And we talk about an event with almost or like 1,541 players, right? So completely domination from Luffy. Then we have Nami at almost 20%, Enel at 16%, Crocodile at 6%, Kobe, which was at the final as well, with 3%. Then we have the starter Luffy and Ace. We have like Etidz, Mihawk, and Resnante. But let's go to see Luca's list. So this is the list from Luca. As you can see, nothing special here. We do play 2 Senior Pink, which help us bring our events back from the graveyard. We play 3 Flying Geese instead of 1. We don't play any blocker Enel. And other than that, it's like the same list that everyone plays. Just another player, and a great player, if you ask me. Then we have a Kobe. Let's see Kobe. Kobe, if I'm not mistaken, Kobe has trouble, gets into trouble when he plays against Nami. But this Kobe, he played against 4 Namis, and he won against all of them. So he might have like a secret, right? So the list is Kobe. We play 4 searches. We play Aramaki as a 2k, we play the Reaper, which is a cheap blocker, we play Asabo Luffy with the activate main, and the 2k, we play Hibari, one of the best characters in this deck, which gives you, as an activate main, it gives one opponent character minus 1k, and it has an on-plane when attacking that one of your sword type leader or character cards can attack active characters as well during this turn. We play Helmepo. We play Kyuzaku, we play Toll, which has also a crazy on play effect, minus 6k power during this turn. We play Kobe, which can remove pretty much everything. We play the new Kobe from EB04 as well, which has once per turn. Well, it protects your characters. And then we have on your turn, once per turn, one of your opponent's characters is KO'd, you draw one card. So once you have this one on the board, you are safe. Then we play Helmepos, so 4 Helmepos, and we do play the new Smoker and Tcg, which has Ras. And on your opponent's turn, your leader becomes a 7k leader. So also a great card. We play 4 Searcher events and 2 Ground Death events for our defense. So let's see the first green blue Luffy, which was like, this guy was like 15-0 until the top 4, right? So he got 3rd place. Also crazy. And also, as you can see, we see the same Sema here. So we have the cards that we do need for our list, the must cards, so the must-have cards, and then we just play a bunch of events here. So the only difference on his events is like the 2-sword style Rashomon, which can be used as counter, and it can also KO 2 of your opponent's rested characters with a cost 4 or less, and 3 electrical Lunas, which can freeze the whole opponent's board, and it's crazy also against the mirror match of this leader. Then we have on the fourth place the starter deck, and the starter deck we play Lunas again to freeze everything. We play the counter event. We play the Call of the Supreme King Kaki from the Rayleigh deck list. We play 2 Moby Dicks. We play 1 Monkey D. Luffy from the starter deck. We play this 2K Josu. We play Law to cheat out characters. We play Nami that gives us some Dons as active at the end of the turn. And then we play the 2K New Gate. We play the Bonnie, the Sick Bonnie, the Sec Ace, the OP16 SR Luffy. Well, it's like an interesting list, if you ask me. It's an interesting list, and I will try it as well, because why not? Then we have, let's see, the first Nami that we see is at the place 12, but we don't see anything out of the ordinary except these 2 Rayleigh copies, but it's okay. I mean, it's okay. Then let's see the first Teats player. The first Teats player, he plays 3 Alvaros. He plays 4 of the 6-cost event, which is a great event if you ask me. We saw it also in last week in the regionals. And other than that, it's like the same list as everyone. So, well, it's exactly the same list that the top four Teats played. And he mentioned also in his video, if I remember correctly, that if he would choose to change something, he would play 1 less Wolf and 1 more copy of this event. So it's exactly like he said this list. Okay, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. But GG for the top place. Then we have the first crocodile. Do we have anything else? No, we have a crocodile to finish our video. So let's see the crocodile list, which managed also to grab this place. So nothing special here. We play our Wednesday. We play the Golden Week. We play our Miss Valentine. Of course, as 2K the Merry Christmas. We play 4 Bentham Bon Cray. We play the Mr. 4 Baby. We play the Mr. 1 Boon Das Bones. We play the Mr. 5. We play 4 Missile Sunday. We play 4 Zombie Luffys. 4 Crocodile Sec, of course. And our events is the Searcher, the defensive event, which also negates. And okay, we do play something out of the ordinary. We have 3 hot go through patchwork, which reduces one of your opponent character's cost by 3 for the turn. So, and it can also freeze one of your opponent if this character has a cost of 0. Then it becomes it doesn't become active in the next refresh phase. So yeah, this was the crocodile list as well. So we did discuss about the lists in Bielefeld. GG to every one of these players. You did great. And again, this is how the meta evolves or has been evolved so far. And I think that it will remain so. And we do have like 1.5 months before OP17. So brace yourselves, continue playing in this OP meta, and let's prepare ourselves as well for the OP17 meta. And just to point out, in our simulator you have also the future formats, and also in your private games, local PvP and against AI, you can also try and play the new leaders and the new cards. So Loki, the new Luffy, the new OP17 Luffy, etc. So you can play it in the against the AI. You can play it against yourself. You can play it against your friends. Excuse me. You can't play it in the unranked and ranked, of course, because it's not legal yet. You can play it in the future format if you find someone here to play against, or you can spectate someone who plays these lists as well. So prepare yourselves with the these OP17 cards. Of course, once Bandai reveals more cards, we will add them in our card database, and of course in the simulator, so you can play with them and prepare yourselves also for the new upcoming meta. Thank you all for watching the video. Support us with a subscribe or become a supporter in our page and enjoy the perks, the extra perks, and of course join the Discord. We try to build a community here as well and make this project better. Thank you all for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Peace. Bye.